Moon Platoon, I was just butchering your name, such as Gen Zinc over here. Does implied volatility have effect on GME Rocket? Apparently it's 481%, rising at a percent a second. Please explain implied volatility, and it's Gen X Inc. Oh shoot. My bad. Guys, so we are gonna go in and answer his question with this Yahoo article. Power to the players. Do options traders know something about GameStop stock that we don't? The main thing that we can ask about from you right now is to make sure that you, one, pay attention closely, because we do have to talk about this concept that applies for all stocks, implied volatility, but also make sure that you guys stay until the end, because we have juicy content for you all the way through this video. And that like counter, let's get it up to 1600 for this video, right? If it's below 1600, comment out what number you were as we try to get it out to more Moon Platoon members, and let's get going. Investors in GameStop, GME need to pay close attention to the stock based on moves in the options market lately. That's because April 30th, 690. Nice. $690 calls have some of the highest implied volatility of all equity options today. What is implied volatility? Well, it shows how much movement the market is expecting in the future. Options with high levels of implied volatility suggest that investors in the underlying stock are expecting a big move in one direction or the other. It could also mean that there's an event coming up soon that may cause a big rally or huge sell-off. However, implied volatility is only one piece of the puzzle when you're putting together an options trading strategy. So essentially, it's how much can you predict the stock to go? Like, how much can you actually rely on the stock? We've seen TradingView cheat code algo. If you guys haven't gotten that down in the description, we have an exclusive partnership that is actually up. We're almost running out of that exclusive partnership by the end of this week. If you seen that tool, it works for some stocks, right? We have here for CTRM, it gives buys and sell signals pretty sporadically, so it doesn't predict it as easily as a stock like Tesla. If we plug in Tesla here, we have a much clearer buy and sell signal when it comes down to predictability. In fact, this buy signal is a 444. We have the ability to say in the Bollinger Cloud, we have in the swing, in the squeeze, and it is a buy indicator from the algorithm itself. That would have brought you all the way from 540 to 713. It really depends on how volatile the stock is based on its price movement. So let us take another quick look at how to apply your theoretical knowledge, your ape brain knowledge of IV, into what that means for the GME Rocket, specifically for both the options in AMC, GME, and these meme stocks that we love. What do analysts think? Clearly, options traders are pricing in a big move for GameStop shares, but what is the fundamental picture of the company? Currently, GameStop is a Zacks ranked number 3 hold in the retail consumer electronics industry that ranks the top 43% of the Zacks industry rank. Over the last 60 days, no analysts have increased their earnings estimates for the current quarter, while 4 analysts have revised the estimates downward. The net effect has widened our Zacks consensus estimate for the current quarter from a loss of 41 cents per share to a loss of 56 cents in that period. So Zacks gives their own opinion, and they are a player in the analyst world, one of the largest players of a collection of agreeing where the price should go. Given the way analysts feel about GameStop right now, this huge implied volatility could mean that there's a trade developing. Oftentimes, options traders look for options with high levels of implied volatility to sell premium. This is a strategy many seasoned traders use because it captures decay. At expiration, the hope for these traders is that the underlying stock does not move as much as originally expected, right? This is a lot of Greek when it comes to calculating just how much a trade should net you. But at the end of the day, it really does end up being how much can you expect the stock to move up or down. And when there are patterns reemerging, like we're going to see in just a second, we can essentially say, well, IV looks a lot like it did back in X, Y, and Z squeeze period. And that way we can look at this chart in just a second, like a cornered beast. We're not just talking about short sellers here. So to finish off this article, look out, the executive VP Kevin Matras is used to close recent double and triple digit winners. So now that you have a better understanding of where the people that trade these risky options are now putting at 690 for an expiry at April 30th, if you guys want to see more about how options work, I just put out a video on the AMC topic that uses their options as a visual explanation, and GME using that to explain visually what Mr. Deep Effing Value has to do on April 16th expiry. Like a beast cornered, right? This is from user Roman AXT. Make sure to give them a big fat upvote. I'm not talking about short sellers, just this time the beast is GME, patiently waiting to break free. Just a generous pinch of volume and the dish is ready. That's what we're waiting for, right? We have been trending lower and lower in this pennant with this series of consolidation driving the volume lower and lower. This is what the definition of a bullish pennant right here. With the key pieces of this diagram set up, we are now going to dive in and look at each of these little boxes here to make sure that we actually understand. And like they said, the only piece missing right now is that spice of volume. We need increased volume when the breakout happens from a pennant. Let's just start with the meat and potatoes here. The projection 420. Right, is their conclusion from all of these signals. Let's start from the leftmost signal here. It takes 3 big circles to tango, start a squeeze, right? He's looking for 3 touch points, and that is where we are looking at the tip of this pennant here as one major one here. The average volume, purple, decreases while stochastic RSI, the relative strength index, signals bullish reversal, right? So this is looking at the stochastic relative strength index when these two lines are indicating that there is a chance for bearish momentum to reverse into bullish momentum. That is a way to use this indicator. You'll notice that that's not one of the ones that I have pulled up. I prefer using the MACD here. This is what he is saying for the MACD right there. MACD and signal crossed pointing north, right? We have to make sure that the MACD deviates sharply away from the signal line, and the sharper the deviation, the more setup for a major rip. Over here, we have a giant triangle sandwich with blue moving average sauce inside. We see that the moving average stays underneath this pennant the entire time. So this allows us to say that this the consolidation period of the pennant is staying consistent, because this blue line here, the simple moving average, gives us a micro view of the momentum of the stock slowly losing volatility and becoming more predictable for the shoot up after the pennant is formed. And right here, wait, we've seen this before. As the signal line starts to shoot up, this is the same parallel that we saw earlier, right before this major squeeze here. This is the parallel that we are waiting for right before this squeeze starts. So this is what options traders are looking for. A lot of options traders are waiting for 690 as an expiry of April 30th, and a lot of traders are looking for this pennant shape for GME to move forward. So if this made sense to your smooth ape brain like it does for me, once again, I'm just a smooth-brained ape looking for a delicious crayon banana to chew on. I appreciate Gen X Inc. for asking this question, and I appreciate the people here that were supporting the show and making it possible. Tune in, press that join button next to the subscribe button if you want to support the show. Press that Patreon link if you want to support the show, and we'll see you all in the money.